Hi guys, so this is my analysis on UPSC Prelims previous year's question papers, and this is for year 2014 and it's on Indian art and culture. So there were 16 questions on Indian art and culture according to my calculation in this paper. So the first question was on medieval India professions. So we need to be thorough with what professions people carried out in different parts of the country at different times in history. Like not the professions entirely, but we need to be aware of the terms which were used during that time of history. Then there was a second question connecting festivals with tribes. So we need to know, as I said in the earlier videos, whenever we study about festivals, music, dance, paintings, we have to know about the entire thing, and also about the community or the place which it is attached to. So these are very two important aspects. And why is it famous? Obviously because that is also very important. Then third question was on Satriya. So we need to know like what is it, what like which who is worshipped, songs composed by whom, and what are the instruments used. So whenever we study about a play, we need to see all these things because that is very important. Like I'm stressing upon this because whenever we study about any literature or art, we need to be aware of the location, we need to be aware of the community which it is attached to, we need to be aware of the language, we need to be aware of who is worshipped, if there is any instrument used, which dance form is used, if there is a dance form, what poses are used. Like we have to be thorough with Indian art and culture. Then there was a question on Saka era. We need to study about eras and its relation with Gregorian calendar. Then there was a question on Buddhist sculpture and what it depicts. So Buddhist sculpture is very important when we study about architecture. All types of Buddhist sculptures, monuments, temples, everything. And why is it important? Like what is its significance? Buddhist sculptures, Vaishnavism, Arjuna's sculpture was also there. So all this is very important when we study. Like this only relates that if an architecture form, monument or temple or structure is important, we need to relate it with who is worshipped. Like we need to connect these dots. So if we connect these dots, we will be easily able to answer these questions. Then there was a question on dance and its state. So we need to be aware of the dance form and in which state it is practiced. Then there was a question again on Buddhist sculptures, paintings and temples versus its location. So this is very important. As I said, we need to be aware of the location, significance and the worship. Then there was a question on religious philosophies and philosophers, saints. So this is very important, philosophies of India. So when we study philosophies of India, we need to also study about the philosophers, like what are their compositions, their language which they preach, like which they taught in worship, which god they worshipped. So this is also very important. And philosophy is in this. It is very important to learn about the sects and what they taught, what they believed in, how they were formed, comparison among the sects. So this is very important. Then there was a question on again community of people and what it is famous for. So as you can see, community of people is repeating many times. So community of people famous for what forms? Like is it martial arts or music or classical vocal music or theatre or tradition? These were the options which were given in the question. I have noted it down. That means we have to cover about martial arts, we have to cover about musical tradition, classical vocal music, and we have to relate it to the community which we are studying. So that is very important. Then there was a question on Akbar's architecture. So we have to cover Mughal architecture thoroughly, and especially Akbar's architecture, because there was a question on Fatehpur Sikri in the earlier paper, and we need to be thorough about its style. We need to be thorough about what it is built up of, what its structure, and what was its purpose. Okay, so purpose and martial arts, purpose. And these were 2 points which I forgot to mention in my notes, so I was just saying them. Yeah. So there was a question. Next question was on classical languages by the government. We need to be thorough with the list. We have to learn all the classical languages list, not the classical languages. Then there was a question on construction of temple styles. So we need to be thorough about all the styles. This is also very important for means, because we can show the diagram, draw the diagram and demonstrate the temple style. Then there was a question on 6 systems of Indian philosophy. So Indian philosophy is very important. We see there are 2 questions here on philosophy in this paper itself. 2014 has many questions on Indian art and culture. Then 15th question is on emblem of India and Satyamev Jayate. So this is very linked to current affairs, I think, during the time of 2014. Then we need to be aware about our country's national emblem and everything. Then the last question was on Upanishads and their significance. So I think we also need to know about all Upanishads and what are the main significant points about that Upanishads. So this is all about 2014. I think I have 6 minutes to cover this video, and 2014 has many questions, and UPSC exam is completely unpredictable. So you can expect in any exam many questions come from Indian art and culture. So I hope my video helps you out, and it helps me out as well. So meet you in the next video, and I'll cover 2013 and 2012 in that itself. Thank you.